What's up, my men? Rebuild Warriors. We have a tremendous game on tap. The Chicago Bears are going into Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Both teams are excellent in overall and in personnel. Let's take a look at Chicago and their staff, their roster. They're rocking the Chiefs playbook on offense. Um, let's see what Cale Williams has as weapons. Year two of Chicago should be the year that they're in real contention to win a Super Bowl. You have DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, who is he's so good. They brought in Amari Cooper to play the slot. They drafted Arthur Bowles, a really interesting prospect. He's not hidden development or has a star development, but he's 6'3", 212, 91 speed, 93 acceleration, 93 agility. Really good player there for depth. They have Cole Kmet, brought in Kylan Granson. Of course, they have Braxton Jones, a decent to above average offensive line. Tevin Jenkins, Ryan Bates, the rookie from last year, Kyron, playing right guard, and then Darnell Wright. So they got some really good players on offense, and then their defense, one of the best rated in franchises. Montez Sweat, 87 overall. Josh Sweat on the other side of him with new incomer Alan McNeil, and a man they drafted in the first round, hidden development Jalen Gaffney. They've had TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, and then their big free agency signing, JOK from the Browns, who could not retain him because of their cap issues. They have Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, and Tyreek Stevenson, and they drafted a really interesting prospect, not star or better development, but he's 74 overall, 6'3", 185, 92 speed, 90 acceleration. Real interesting depth piece there. Kevin Byard came here in free agency before the 2024 season to go along with Jaquan Brisker, Cairo Santos, and Blake Gillikin. So, their team is really loaded. This is their year. They're all in. They're right up against the cap with the talent they were able to sign, draft, going against the Cowboys, who had some cap issues. Still have Dak. They brought in Joe Mixon. Wide receiver wise, they have Lamb, Lockett, Jalen Tolbert. They drafted Dominic Blake, Ferguson, Shoemaker, and Irv Smith. Tyler Guyton should have a good career with Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele, pretty much the weakest link on their team. They lost some key free agents, so cheap guy here, Aziz Ojolari, Michael Parsons, Usa Odigi, I can't say his name, Odighiwusa, I think is how you say it, Mason Smith, okay, on the offensive line, Tyrone Powell, Leighton Van Der Esch is still here, Quincy Lacey, Damone Clark, they have Diggs, Bland, Kalen Carson, Malik Hooker, and Justin Reed. They signed in free agency this year to go along with Donovan Wilson. So they still have a really good team in my um, surmise. Surmise? What am I talking about? Anyway, let's get into it. I'm really excited about this game. Can't wait to bring this to you.
It's week one of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bears and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. It's taken to the 26. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And this will be taken at the 13. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw is Prescott. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Presley Harvin now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed it, it would have been a different story.
Well, the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Prescott to throw it. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Now Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2. Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Mixon will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together. This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with it. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Throwing, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Prescott off play action. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Montez Sweat in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Bears offense ready to get going again. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Blake Gillikin on the punt here as he'll send this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Lockett. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Prescott now. It's caught. Tolbert. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Prescott. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon pushing through the contact. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 44. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Now back to throw. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will have a 1st down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw again. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. Back to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, 64 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. His throw incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Mixing up the middle. Taken down at the 42.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. An option handoff here to Mixon. Muscles him off. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Mixon again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A handoff to Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. Well, some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Returning right back to Lockett. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. To the air again, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in Week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyler Lockett from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Aubrey now for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Now a 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. But we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
97 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. It's caught, Lockett. And he won't get any further as he's taken down right there at the 24. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that brings up third and a...
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the...
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On third down, it's Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
What a call there on third down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Cowboys, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.